Let us in the moment go across to Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore. He's joining us live right now. Sir, good morning to you. Thank you very much for taking out your time and speaking to us here on Times Now. Of course, there have been several key factors that we have been talking about, sir, when it comes to the state of Rajasthan and the key battles this time around. Whether be it all of the seats there, sir, what do you believe would be the key factor that will work out for the BJP this time around?
See, in the last 10 years, there's been massive development in the whole country. And there's a big contrast in the last 5 years of Congress rule in Rajasthan vis-a-vis 10 years of Prime Minister's rule in the entire country. Now, this contrast is what is very visible to the voters of Rajasthan, if you talk of Rajasthan specifically. There have been 19 paper leaks here. Just to give you an example, Rajasthan became #1 in rape cases in the entire country. The Prime Minister's scheme of water reaching through taps in every household was sabotaged by the state government here. 30,000 crores came from Prime Minister Modi for water to be accessible to every household. Only 8,000 crores was spent. Even that got embroiled into the wrong contracts and other things. So in every way, the very poor governance was the quality of, was the standard here by the state government of Congress. So when it was the responsibility of Congress party to govern in Rajasthan, they completely pulled their hands off, and except for looking after their own families, they did nothing. So this is a massive contrast between the central government and the state government. In the central government, there's been not a single paper leak in the last 10 years. There have been all sorts of examinations. Development is reaching far-fetched areas through beneficiaries without any leakages. Remember that leakage was again something that was highlighted by the Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi, wherein he said that only 15 paisa is reaching when I'm sending 100 paisa to the grassroots. All of that has been improved. The economy of the country is strong now, and that strength of the economy is now translating into benefits to an ordinary person. So this is a huge contrast, and that's why the people of Rajasthan will completely support and vote for Prime Minister Modi's guarantee for the next 25 years.
Right, sir, because the BJP this time has been focusing on its campaign on the assurances and the promises made by Prime Minister Narendra Modi that aims to capitalize on his popularity. Conversely, the Congress has also directed its criticism towards the BJP, particularly emphasizing Mr. Rathore, especially when it comes to issues like unemployment and inflation, as a strategy to sway their voters. What do you believe would be the bigger test for you, especially when we talk about the Jaipur seats polling, sir?
I'm sorry, I just couldn't hear the question at all.
Right, sir. I'm talking about when it comes to the bigger test for you as far as Jaipur seat polling is concerned, sir. Sir, are you able to hear me? All right, we'll just reconnect that line. Of course, sir is with us right now, Rajyavardhan Singh Rathore, as he is speaking exclusively to Times Now. The factors that are now at play, especially when it comes to the state of Rajasthan, the promises that have been made by the Prime Minister being the star campaigner, as Mr. Rathore was also pointing out, this is on the guarantees, the assurances, the promises that have been made by Prime Minister Narendra Modi that is now aiming to capitalize, of course, when it comes to his popularity also in the state of Rajasthan. But when it comes to the seats today that are voting, where the polling that has been taking place, we talk about Churu, we talk about Ganganagar, we talk about Jhunjhunu, Bikaner, Sikar, Jaipur Rural, Jaipur, Alwar and Bharatpur and Karoli, Dhorpur and Dausa are also concerned. Mainly the seats that have been where the polling has been taking place, where the Bharatiya Janata Party won all of the 25 seats in Rajasthan on its own back in 2014, and in 2019 the NDA won 25 seats, the BJP won 24 seats, and the Rashtriya Loktantrik Party won 1 seat. But the key constituencies and key contests that we are looking at, of course, as we have been also talking about, Mr. Rathore, if you can hear me now again, sir, the Congress Party mainly has been directing its criticism towards the BJP, particularly emphasizing issues such as unemployment and inflation as a part of their strategy to sway the voters, sir. What, according to you, would be the bigger test, especially when it comes to the Jaipur seats polling?
No, whether it is Jaipur seats or whether it is any seat in Rajasthan, and especially Rajasthan, you can take the whole country as an example. The point is that with the largest amount of investment happening by any nation, and that's what Modi government has been doing. With all that investment coming into infrastructure, employment is automatically being generated. With whether IITs, whether medical colleges, whether the road, rail, and everything. And also remember what Congress used to feel is the drawback and limitation of our country, which is that we are the largest market. Prime Minister Modi has turned that around and made this as our strength. Today, we are not the largest importer in defense goods, but we are now exporting military hardware to more than 80 nations. There are lots of startups in defense sector itself. A whole lot of companies, international companies, have now come to India to do their investment and do their production here. All of that generates employment. With the banks empowering youth, women, a lot of startups have started. A lot of people, self-help groups are doing work. So this is this accusation by Congress is basically to create a myth. See, the Congress has only two strategies: divide and rule and speak lies repeatedly. This is their only strategy. Tell me, has Rahul Gandhi ever come up with any vision for this country? And a political party that is led by a person like Rahul Gandhi, you can imagine what is the sort of bench strength that they would have in terms of intellectual power. You can just imagine that. So obviously that's one of the reasons why a lot of the leaders are leaving Congress and coming to Bharatiya Janata Party, is because they do not want to serve under a person like Rahul Gandhi, whose mental level is very limited. He has no strategy for Congress. So let's leave aside what Congress is saying. Let's focus on what Prime Minister Modi is doing. Why are all the nations around the world now wanting to shake hands with India? Because India is emerging as one of the most powerful nations. India is emerging as a very powerful partner in every way. And this strength of the economy is not limited to the banks, is not limited to a particular family, but going down to the grassroots level through various beneficiary schemes. And those beneficiary schemes have no leakages. It's a very transparent system. That is why, and one of the reasons why Prime Minister Modi is very sure of India becoming the third most powerful economic power by 2029 and one of the developed nations by 2047 is because the benefits of this country are now reaching the citizens of this country. And by these benefits reaching them, whether it's infrastructure, whether it is any of the central schemes, these people are getting empowered to contribute more to the GDP of this country. That's why the largest country in terms of population is now an empowered country, which the world is now looking at. So that is a major difference between what Congress is a dwarf now. Congress is nothing. It's brain dead. It has no leadership, no vision. You can't even begin to compare Bharatiya Janata Party or NDA with with India Alliance or with Congress.
But Mr. Rathore, of course, with the recent BJP win in the assembly elections as well, do you believe that there is a Sachin pilot factor as well? Because there has been, as his reputation is also at stake in Dausa and Gujjar areas, and there has also been a credit war between the BJP and the Congress that has been happening over the railway lines, sir.
No, it's very simple. Rather than talk about individuals, we are talking about, we'd rather put the focus on the people of Rajasthan. See, that's another difference. Congress will always try and bring the focus onto individuals, right? The last 5 years of Rajasthan have gone down the drain because everyone was focusing, and especially the government was focusing only on individuals. What happens of the large number of people of Rajasthan? When will the focus come onto them? Our philosophy is, and our intention is, that the entire focus needs to remain on the electorate, on the people, on the citizens of Rajasthan or of the country. We have to serve them. Since when did all of this become so individualistic that individuals became focus of the entire conversation?
What do you believe are, sir, the major factors this time around which could actually prove to be a bigger challenge for you and the BJP this time? Do you believe that the Rajput stir that started from Gujarat has spread to Rajasthan and UP will affect when it comes to the chances for the BJP or the NDA in whole, at least if we talk about Rajasthan?
So this is again, like I told you, the strategy of Congress is only twofold, and that they've learned from the Britishers is to divide and rule and to lie repeatedly and lie so much that people start believing that it is true. So all of this, what you're saying, is a myth that is being created. You get across 5-6 people and you say that, I have issues with so-and-so, so-and-so. It's just a perception that they're trying to create. Bharatiya Janata Party, Prime Minister Modi has always brought benefit, large-term benefits to everyone. And even in terms of the historic relevance of various communities has been highlighted and a legacy being created by Prime Minister Modi. And so therefore everybody is with Prime Minister Modi, is supportive of his vision for the country, and therefore the electorate which is going to vote now are going to create a new India.
Mr. Rathore, exactly where is Vasundhara Raje, sir? The former Chief Minister hasn't been very prominent in this election campaign. Now, what do you say to the criticism, mainly when it comes to reports suggesting that she's been sidelined within the party?
No, again, this is all a myth. Why is Congress focusing on, why doesn't Congress start focusing on itself? They are totally become irrelevant as a political party, like I said a little while earlier. But nevertheless, since they are very concerned, let me tell you that all our senior leaders are actively participating, and they all have their own responsibilities towards the elections. And you will see it in the result that all of their effort, whether it is individual effort or collective effort, it is going to, the party is going to reap benefits of that, and it will remain in power for another 5 years.
So has defections in any way affected the BJP?
See, let me put this straight to you. Number one is that Bharatiya Janata Party's core philosophy is India first. Now, any Karyakarta, if he's a true Karyakarta of BJP, even if they have their own ambitions, they will overcome that. I mean, it's a human nature to have ambitions, but they will overcome that. And they'll keep India and India's interest first. Anybody who does not do that is not a true follower of our philosophy. In terms of defections, I think they are happening not just by dozens, but in hundreds in Congress. Right? Their leaders, the senior leaders, or their mid-level leaders, or their grassroots leaders are all shifting base from Congress to BJP. Jhotwada is a big example. My own constituency, there is no Congress in Jhotwada. Everyone, including Lalchand Kataria ji used to be their minister, he was their MLA here. He's come to us. A whole lot of Parshads, councillors have come to us. Sarpanches have come to us. Who's left in Congress here?
All right, sir. Mr. Rathore, thank you very much for taking out your time and speaking to Times Now, sir. Of course, Rajasthan factor would be a bigger one in the first phase of elections that we are witnessing. Thank you very much, and all the best to you as well. With that, we head into a short break. You're watching the biggest election coverage right here on Times Now.
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? But it's antibacterial.
Easy to clean.
But plates? Kane bhai, it's a tile lad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स, टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो।